Hi, it's me, Kit Kittredge. Today, we're going to talk about some books I read. Also, today I'm drinking tea, and I'm so sorry to tell you that I microwaved the water for this. I know, take me aback.
You had water on the stove this morning.
That was for coffee. Those are two different beverages. These are books. I didn't get these all at one time. These are just kind of an accumulation of a lot of little things. First up, Agatha Christie, Death on the Nile. This is a Hercule Poirot detective novel. He goes on vacation. He's on a luxury cruise along the Nile, and then a young, stylish, beautiful girl is murdered, and he has to solve the murder. I think this is a pretty classic Agatha Christie. Murder happens, go solve the murder. A lot of fun 1900s characters. I'm quite partial to the Kenneth Branagh adaptation of this and a couple of others. I think they're fun. So that's the only thing I know about Death on the Nile. We'll see. Next up is Lincoln and the Bardo by George Saunders. I have listened to this on audio in like high school, I think. So I have read this before, technically. I do not remember a lot of it. It starts out with the death of President Abraham Lincoln's 11-year-old son Willie in the White House, and then Willie gets buried and Lincoln comes back to visit him a few times, and it's about Willie and a lot of these spirits in the Georgetown Cemetery and their sort of interaction, their whatever. And I think it kind of becomes, I think in some other description it says it kind of becomes like a battle for Willie's soul, a lot of these, how we handle the afterlife or this period of the Bardo. And I did not see this because I listened to it, kind of like I said, and it was a really good audiobook. It has a lot of different voice actors, different narrators, which is nice because I'm flipping through it and it looks like a slightly confusing layout. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see that, but it looks like these are people talking and there's not quotation marks, so we'll see how that goes. I remember really liking this. We'll give it another shot. And having a challenging pronunciation day. Let me take a few deep breaths. The Brothers, Karamazov, Fyodor, Dostoevsky. How'd I do? I didn't want to look up too much of the synopsis because I don't want to spoil it for myself or like get any details I don't necessarily need. But also, all of the descriptions are incredibly vague. This is Russian, of course, and it is about the bitter love-hate struggle between a father and his three very different sons. And apparently there's murder, courtroom scenes, and that's all I know about this. It's a decent size. I'm excited. It's a classic. I read Crime and Punishment. Is that Dostoevsky, right?
I think so. I read that one in school.
Good job. Did you like it?
Yeah.
I read that in 8th grade and then I think didn't understand most or any of it, but I liked it, so there we go. I really like these editions. What are these? The Everyman's Library. The dust covers are nice, dust jackets. But then I really like the hardback versions of these. They just look nice. I like them. I normally keep the dust covers on because I think I just like it, but these, if I get a couple more, these babies are coming off and they're going on the shelf naked.
That book is deep.
This one? Have you read this one?
Yeah, The Brothers Karamazov.
You read it?
The Brothers K for short.
Oh, excuse me, I was unfamiliar with your game. Oh, Boggs will wait. He's behind me.
Pick up the pace. We're on 17% battery.
Ah! Every time. Lindbergh. A. Scott Berg. I don't know much about this one. It's a biography of Charles Lindbergh. He flew across the Atlantic solo. His child was kidnapped, and he was kind of a Nazi, I think. I don't really know much. Not to slander Charles. Well, maybe he deserves. Anyway, we'll figure all of that out when we read this book. It won a Pulitzer Prize, so there you go. TBH, I don't have a lot to tell you about this one because it's a biography, and you know who it's about, and I haven't read it. Okay. This one I'm very excited about. Lost Country Life, Dorothy Hartley. This was published in 1979, fun fact. This is about the country dwellers' year in the Middle Ages. So it goes through a calendar year and it tells you all about their farming techniques, what they were farming, sizes of parchments, from sheepskin to parchment. It looks almost a little more like encyclopedia. This, for instance, is just a whole bunch of pages about what kinds of trees there were. So there's a lot of detail. I like that. I like detail. I like to know what people were doing day to day. And this sounds like it's going to tell me that. There's also Oh, what's going on there? What's happening? We'll find out. Oh yeah, two more. The Lives of Theodore Roosevelt, the women who created a president. This will be the 11th book I read about Theodore Roosevelt. He's a fascinating guy, interesting times, did some interesting stuff. So this is specifically focused on his mother, Mitty, his sister, Bammy, his younger sister, Corinne, and then his two wives. And this is a very fascinating premise. I think it's very interesting to focus on the women in his life. Oh. Hello. Good afternoon. Oh, so cute. So sweet. yeah, I'm excited for this. It's, I think, going to be exactly what it sounds like. So a couple of fun facts. Theodore Roosevelt wrote his senior thesis for Harvard in 1880, said that women ought to be paid equal to men and have the option of keeping their maiden names upon marriage. Fun fact, he was ahead of his times. On that, at least. Okay.
Next.
Whoa. Unbelievable. The historian, Elizabeth Kostova. Oh. Oh. No. This is very rare. This cat never chooses me. I just exist in his house. What do I owe this honor? I am reading this in accordance with the Big Book Project, which is a fun little, online book club deal where they read big books. It's a pretty hefty tome. I believe, so they're just finishing up Dracula in the Big Book Project, but I have just read Dracula earlier this summer, so I didn't join them for this one. But this is about a woman who finds some papers from her father and essentially gets put on the trail of Dracula, Count Vlad, and I think is just going to figure out what he's up to and sort of track him down. I think there's a lot of research happening in here. I saw that. I read some of the reviews kind of tentatively without spoiling anything, and they seem to imply there's a lot of research scenes and they go and they spend time in them, whatever. That sounds interesting to me. The ratings were divisive. People had thoughts. People had differing thoughts. So we'll see. I'm excited for this one. I think it'll be fun. It's about vampires.
Are vampires real?
Yes, they sleep under your bed. I invited them in. They had nice teeth. Bog believes in vampires. He thought he was a vampire for a little bit. That was an awkward time.
He just likes the warmth of the whites.
No, it's me. He likes me. He's here for me. It's not just because I'm extra warm. He would totally choose me if you were over here too. He loves me for me. Are you taking advantage of my situation? Yes. Sure. Those are some books I bought and I'm probably gonna read soon. Let me know. Have you read any of these books? Did you like them? Did you not like them? Would you read any of these books? I don't know. You tell me. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.
Now tell a joke.
Oh, knock knock.
Who's there?
Orange. Wait.
Orange shoe.
Wait.
Orange shoe.
How does it go?
Orange shoe.
I don't know. I don't know how it goes. Orange. Wait.
Orange shoe.
Orange. I don't know. I was gonna trick you, but I tricked myself.
That was embarrassing.
That was embarrassing.
Better cut that out.
Oh.
To remember status here.
Oh.